Guys, welcome to Eduardo Lardo Plays. This is my 2021 update on the game and how it has changed. So it's almost been a year since I actually logged in since my last video, and the UI hasn't really changed since last year. They pretty much made it really nice and cool looking now with all the menus on the sides and the radar map inside. So today I'll be going through the extra update, even though it was COVID from last year, just the update on what the developers have done since last year. So traditionally we would basically buy new routes from here in your network, right? You'd purchase a hub and then there's a continent to select, and then you'd select a country that you may or may not know what it is. And then also after you purchase the hub, then you would go here for route creation, select your hub, and then go from there, right? So now a much cooler, so it really feels like an Excel spreadsheet, right? I mean, that's how the game is going, and it really feels like you're just playing an Excel spreadsheet. You're not really doing anything plain E, I guess. So the quality of life update they did was on the left, if you guys haven't known, the map mode. So radar is your default mode, and that's how you access all your menus. Now, expansion and finder are the two new modes. Now, expansion is quite useful. You can actually just basically, now you have a map of where everything is, and you see which hubs you have bought. And so you can, in this expansion mode, you can go directly to a location, kind of like a map mode. And then, let's say Cairo. Did I already have that? Anyways, let's say Aswan. So you can actually purchase the hub directly here, and you can audit the hub directly here, which is quite cool. Now, the most useful thing I find was the finder. Now, what is the finder? Basically, it's a contour map of your plane, or should I say the flight paths. So if I were to go to Hong Kong, that's one of the hubs I have, and then I select a aircraft down here. Let's say a medium haul. And I will select a, I don't know, what do you guys like? The 737. Right, so the 737, as you can tell, now this is a medium haul, it cannot fly all over the world, but as you can see that it displays its range at the bottom and also the maximum speed it can travel. And the best part is that you have these contours on a map where you can actually see which routes or which airports you can go to that are within that range. So if you want to optimize your routes, this is the best way to do it. So personally, I like the 10 to 12 hour route time. So you can actually filter it down here to a maximum of 10 and then a minimum of, maximum of 12 and minimum of 10. And now you have a contour band that you can see which routes or which countries within that range is within 10 to 12 hours. Now, personally, I like that because you can have 2 round trips within a day, and you pretty much maximize the use of your aircraft to maximize your return on the aircraft, although it does create more wear and tear. So now, as you can see, this contour between 10 and 12 hours, I have a bunch of routes in India, some in Russia, some in Pakistan and Afghanistan, Papua New Guinea, some in Indonesia, right? So I can actually directly purchase a route on this map and even audit it directly on this map. So you can see, oh great, economy, I have 2,700 people, that's great, let's purchase this route. All right, cool. And voila. So, and that is it. So this is great. I love this new mode. It just makes it more lively and makes the game more real in terms of that you can actually play on the map. As you know, you're playing this game because you probably love planes and you probably love geography and seeing things. You know, the map before wasn't really useful. You just see your planes flying around, and after you get like a million planes like what I have and $54 billion, you technically lose track of which planes are which, and it doesn't really show much on the map. So buying hubs and buying routes with a map really takes it another level and another level of immersion that wasn't there before. And it really creates a sense of, you know, it really scratches the itch of your airplane nerdy mode, right? So that's it. That is my update on 2021 Airlines Manager Tycoon. Still a great game. There is another update that if you don't log in for 4 days, all the planes actually immediately stop flying. So you actually don't earn money if you log in once a month. So you can't just maintain your planes once a month and then let them fly for a month and not ever log in. So that's another update they did. It just forces you to go on almost once every week or so, right? Just to keep you engaged in the game. As you can tell, my previous video, I had $42 billion, and after leaving it for a year, I actually had $84 billion, and I didn't even do anything, and my game time was still running. So maybe it's a server thing, maybe it's to entice you to play the game more. Coming back, I bought some new hubs, and I bought a bunch of planes. I bought like 60 planes, and I had to maintain all my planes, all my maintenance I had to do. And I bought a new hub in Africa because someone commented that I did not have an African hub. So I did create a few routes here and there now, some transatlantic, but mostly within Africa. I guess it wasn't anything in particular why I didn't choose it. It's just a place I wasn't familiar with, right? So, but I bought a Nigerian airport in Lagos and started to create a bunch of routes using the new Finder and expansion mode, which was quite cool, and I can maximize my plane. So that's where I am at this point. I haven't really done much since then, and yeah, so hopefully everyone enjoys continuing playing Airlines Manager Tycoon, and thank you for watching Eduardo Lardo Plays.